Buongiorno, baddies. Welcome back to another math video. Today's first question is, compute the infinite sum of 7 over 10 plus 7 over 100 plus 7 over 1,000 plus 7 over 10,000 plus all the way on. So to solve this, there are actually two methods, but I'm going to go with the very simple outright one. Well, there's probably more methods, like you probably go like, oh my god, mathematician style. But I'm gonna go with the simplest one here, and that's just to convert all of these into decimals. So this is 0.7, this is 0.07. Just rewrite this equation. So 0.7 plus 0.07 plus 0.007 plus 0.0007 plus all the way on. And as you can see, this seems like, oh, the 7's just moving back one digit every time. And that would be true because each one is dividing more by 10. So in reality, it's actually not that tough, and it's just 0.7 with a bar above it because the 7's just keep going on forever. Because it's an infinite sum for a reason. So the answer is 0.7 with a bar. So relatively easy. Compute the infinite sum 6 over 10 plus 3 over 100 plus 6 over 1,000 plus 3 over 10,000 plus all the way on, where the numerators of the terms alternate between 6 and 3. So this is about the same as the top one. We can rewrite this equation as 0.6 plus 0.03 plus 0.006 plus 0.0003 plus so on. And we can rewrite this as 0.63, which is the bar above the 6 and 3, since it's alternating between the 6 and 3's onward forever. This last one you have to do in a slightly different fashion because, like I said, there were two ways to do the ones above, and those were mostly to pull out the 10. Like I explained in a previous video, when you pull out a 10 from the number, when you multiply it by 10, and then it creates x equals something, and then 10x equals something, and then you minus those two to make your solving easier. Those weren't really necessary for the top two, but it's necessary for this. When you think about it, if you can multiply by 10, why can't you multiply by a different number? Because just because the 10 is generic doesn't mean that you can't multiply by something else. For example, this problem. Because x equals 1/3 plus 1/9 plus 1/27 plus 181 plus. So we're going to define x as basically our equation. And I'm going to highlight with yellow because that's different than the answer. So that means that, but we can't really multiply by 10 here because that won't really do us much good besides being slightly more confusing. But however, we can multiply by 3, and that basically brings forward all our numbers by 1. The first number would become 1, the second 1/3, the third 1/9, and so on. So if we multiply by 3, it would be a lot easier to subtract. As you can see here, if I write this out again, plus all the way down, all of them have basically moved forward one place. So now if we subtract it, 3x minus x, which is basically this equation minus this equation, then we would get 2x, and since these two cancel out, leaving just the 1 behind. So then x would be equivalent to 1/2. This also works for other equations, such as if we gave you like 1/2 plus 1/4 plus 1/8, and then 1/16, and then 1/32. It works the same way. You pull out a 2, and then, yeah. So you basically pull out the one that they share the most. Yeah, and it makes your solving a lot easier. So you don't have to actually calculate infinite sums because those are very annoying. So yeah, that's the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys learned something new. And I shall see you guys in the next one. Bye bye!